What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title's going down. Make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. Want to check out, I had some other videos picked out. If y'all don't know, y'all probably don't. Obviously, I haven't told y'all yet, but my Mac is literally has a crack in it. Y'all obviously can't see it, but I had to order a new Mac, and that's coming in tomorrow. That's why I'm only dropping one video tonight. But yeah. Seen this and had to look at it, had to check it out with y'all because this is insane.
Country, as a woman of color, as a woman and a woman of color, there are things that I see through my lived experience that another person cannot see, and so I am very intentional about making sure that point of view and that lived experience is shared with other people, because in this country, I'm forced to know everything about white culture in order to be in the space that I exist in. But other people are not forced to know my lived experience or my culture, because it's a white majority country. So it's something that you can really, you're not an imposter. You're actually.
I think everything with her, honestly, is just, it has a lot to do with color. The color of your skin, what your culture is, what this, what that. And then my thing is that what gets on my nerves so bad about this show is that they always talk about how Trump and Trump supporters want to divide the country and wants to divide this and divide that and do this and do that. But they're steady, dividing, themselves on this show. People that's watching this show, that's all that's going through people's heads. Obviously, I know this is about to sound bad, you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't want to hear it, but it's a lot of people that actually look up to these women. I mean, y'all know I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real with y'all 100% all the time. There is a lot of people that watch their show and they absolutely look up to them. They want to be Sunny Hostin. They want to be Joy Behar. They want to be Whoopi Goldberg. And I don't know why, but there are people that look up to them, and then when you have those people that's looking up to them, that's watching them, that admire them, they say things like this. This is all that's running through people's head, and they steady talking about all Trump supporters. They just want this, they want that, and he's all for himself and other rich people and this, that, and the other. They throw that out there, and they're not doing nothing but bashing, talking down on somebody else rather than not only helping, themselves, because this is a ridiculous TV show, but they don't help their own, they don't help their party that they support, by bashing. They don't try to help. They don't try to do nothing. And I honestly don't see why people admire them. I don't see why people support them. I don't see at all, out of all these women on this network. But hey, I mean, I guess.
Very special. And I say you use that to your advantage. That's what I've done.
I think that's good advice.
Yeah.
I think that's good. And I think Chaz will, the real person Chaz. All right, switching
Australian
to politics.
Chaz.
Call in. Switching to politics.
I would like Chaz to call in.
Call in, Chaz. Let's hear your voice.
I want to hear his voice.
That's
and
right.
not your fake Chaz friend.
That's not a knife. All right. Switching to politics, we're going into week 3 of Trump's second presidency.
Is it just 3 weeks?
3 weeks. And we're seeing him fulfill his campaign promises. President Trump really campaigned on the notion that he would cut government DEI programs. Yeah. And even insinuated that the plane crash in D.C. could have been caused by DEI hires. We talked about this on Friday a little bit, but what do you think people are getting wrong about it?
And if y'all haven't watched the video that I dropped yesterday, y'all see more onto that, that whole crash and more about it. There is obviously more and more news that's coming out. The pilot, 28-year-old, I forget her name and I don't want to say the wrong name, but 28-year-old, I'm pretty sure that's how old she was. And she was Biden's aide. She was Biden's aide. She was actually, I think she only had like 500 flight hours. So it's more to the story, I know. That I'll be checking in. I told you I'll be checking in more and more with it. So just stay tuned.
Fundamentally about DEI.
I hate to even honor his bigotry, actually, with the response. But what I will say about diversity, equity, and inclusion is that if you do not believe in diversity, equity, inclusion, then that must mean that you think that this country is truly a meritocracy. and that it is truly inclusive, that it is equitable, and it is and diversity matters, and that there is a level playing field. If you really believe that, then explain to me how the least qualified white men are up for some of the most powerful positions in our government.
And that right there, it tells you a lot about a person. When you don't, so when it comes to Sunny and these women, from what I've understood while watching them, is that they don't look at any type of positive of a situation. And don't get me wrong, years ago I didn't either. I was doing music reactions. I'm not even gonna lie, and I told y'all before, I had a manager that literally managed everything on it, with my YouTube. Big shout outs to Jen. And she always told me to find something, even if I don't like it, find something positive. These women don't find anything positive about Trump and his administration at all. And I don't like when people, I can't really say that I hate people just because they don't support Trump, or I hate people, and I don't like some people because they don't agree with his policies, this, that, and the other, which I think that his policies are great. I think that he's doing an amazing job right now. But, that's my opinion, and the facts are also there. So, I mean, yeah. But anyways, my thing is that Sunny Hostin and the rest of the ladies, they don't find anything that, they can speak, good about the Trump administration and what they're doing. I'm not about to sit here and say that, again, like I said, that I hate or dislike another person because, of his policies and stuff like that. But I just look at a lot of it is just, I don't know. The things that he does and what I don't get from a lot of people is that how could you be so in denial with yourself? How could you be so much of using, the R remarks that she's using right now? You know what I mean? I look at all of that. I feel like all Sunny Hostin looks at is color. She looks at the color of your skin and, that person's not qualified for the job, so why is this person doing that? Rather than, okay, well, this is getting fixed. What I don't get either, too, and I'm going to let the rest of this video play, is that why is it such a surprise for, obviously watching Sunny Hostin and other people that's on The View and other people that watch The View, why are they so surprised that things are happening? Like Trump said, like, I don't get it. I feel like a lot of it was they thought Kamala was going to win, and I don't know why. But at the same time, I'm just looking at the simple fact of, like, he said he was going to do these things. And like I said before in plenty of videos, I know these things are going to take time, but he's going to make these things happen. And look, he's making it happen.
And how one of the least qualified presidents in our country's history and who's a 34-time convicted felon, got elected. If you really believe that, then explain to me how the least qualified white men are up for some of the most powerful positions in our government, and how one of the least qualified presidents in
this woman just said least qualified, one of our least qualified presidents. She has so much hate that she had to throw that in there. I feel like they just need to wake up and just see the fact that this is the president of the United States and he won by a landslide. I don't know what else to tell him.
And who's a 34-time convicted felon, got elected. If you believe that DEI, there's no necessity for DEI, or that DEI, that we've met the criteria, that we've repaired the past ills of this country, right? It's just, I that's my question to those people that say that. And the other thing is, if you believe that DEI inured to the benefit of Black people and brown people, you need to do a little bit of research, because those programs, diversity, equity, and inclusion, which are lofty goals, actually, they're really great, honorable roles, a role to try to get to, a place to try to get to. The people that really benefited from those programs were, by and large, white women.
All right. I'm still trying to figure out what inured means, but it's very impressive. That you did that
Inured to
Inured.
benefit.
Yes, I did know, actually.
Yeah.
At this point, I think they just
that's what I
think they just let her talk on this show because I don't.
It is. It's a good one.
She doesn't make any type of sense.
Another
whatsoever.
one of his campaign promises was retribution, which is why we saw his administration fire top FBI officials and federal prosecutors who worked on the January 6 cases.
Yes.
You were a federal prosecutor.
Yes, I was.
Are you surprised by this? I guess surprised is the wrong word because he did say.
Because he said he was going to do it. What I am surprised at is that people are surprised that he did it. You know, like Maya Angelou, when people show you who they are the first time, just believe them. They tell you who they are, just believe them. He said it out loud. He says the quiet parts out loud. And so I am part.
He says the quiet parts out loud. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I'm gonna for real be 100 with y'all with this. I would rather somebody in office right now say whatever they got to say, and I feel like that's a lot. That's a big reason on why Trump won. From a lot of people that didn't like Trump from the get-go, is because he said a lot of the things that other people were silent about. You know what I mean? If that's making sense. You had Kamala that was running. There was a lot of things that was hidden. We didn't know about, things that we had to figure out. We had to research. It was so many videos that I myself had to look through and what is going on? Like, are you serious? I done seen so many other independent journalists, YouTubers looking at different things. It's TikTokers that's like, this don't even make sense. Young TikTokers but then you have somebody that's actually I'm gonna speak on this. And sometimes, you go you'll have somebody that's like, what? Like, what does he mean? He serious, But he's real. And that's what I love about Trump, being real. And like I always say, he speaks what's on. I love a person that's just gonna, speak what's on your mind and tell us. And I feel like that's a really big reason on why he, especially, one of the big reasons on why, he stood out. And that's why he won by a landslide.
Of the Association of Former Federal, Assistant United States Attorneys, and there was just such outrage on the thread and such surprise on the thread. And my input was, but he said he was going to do that.
Right.
And I think what's unfortunate about it, and what most people don't understand about federal prosecutors, is that while you may be appointed by, let's say, I was appointed during the Clinton administration, you are nonpartisan.
Right.
It's not a partisan position. It's not a political position at the Justice Department. Some are. Mm-hmm. Some are, like the actual top U.S. attorney is usually appointed by the president. But the others are just lawyers, really, really good ones, top 1% in the legal field, just doing a job. That's all you're doing. And so to fire a lawyer for doing their job,
right?
Apolitically,
cases they were
doesn't
likely
make
assigned
sense.
to.
And by the way, yes, you do get assigned the cases.
Right.
You don't
volunteer for
You
them.
don't volunteer for a case like that. You don't want a case like that. I mean, some people may have, but for the most part, when I got my caseload, I would try to give some of them back. you got what you got.
What you got. Yeah.
You got what
Anybody smell lies? You know what I mean? Anybody smell lies? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? That's all you get from this woman right here. You get hate. You get the R word. You get the bashing. You get the more hate. You get all of that from The View. I'm telling you, especially Sunny Hostin. Make sure y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button. I said what I had to say most of this video, so I don't want to talk too much, because I know y'all in my comments like Recklezz talk too much, which is okay. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.